My first experience with the Academy was a one-day workshop, and I made such a profound shift in that one day that I knew I would work with her. Working with Emily this week has been profound and amazing, and the way she presents it, if you listen, you get it.
Welcome, everyone. The records are now open. What do you think of my little fancy intro there for this very first episode of Akashic Answers with Emily in the new year 2025? Can y'all feel the energy that is available here in 2025? It feels really good. Now, I've been laying low a little bit over the holidays, been in my lab creating a brand new program that we are going to launch very, very soon called Heal Your Life. So excited about that. And I'm also excited to come out of my lab, come out of the cave and spend some time, drop in here with y'all. We are going to tap in and jam in our Akashic Records today. Say hello to me once you get here. Let me know who I'm sharing this sacred space with. Also, part of our communication systems have been down. Our text message system has been down. And so we haven't been able to communicate with nearly as many of you and our audience out there who joined us. So do me a favor, blow up the algorithms. Take a moment and just hit heart, like on your phone. Blow it up like you were a kid and your parent just told you you can hit the elevator button, okay? Because we are going to rock and roll. Here's what to expect today. Joe Fox, Happy New Year. I see you. Georgie, I'm happy that you are here. We're going to jam for the next half hour or so in our Akashic Records. If you're new to the Akashic Records, don't worry. I'm going to give you a breakdown of the powerful energy that you are encountering today. But first, let me bring your awareness to that. You are stepping into a very sacred classroom today. So I invite you as you come in, put your hand on your heart, take some nice deep breaths. Let your body, let your brain make the adjustments to the field. I have opened up the space of the Akashic Records before we started. And as you come into this space, your body, your mind, your emotions will begin to align to this higher frequency. Your DNA is going to turn on. It's a really sacred experience. So I am happy you are here. You could be anywhere. If this is the first time you're joining me, let me introduce myself. I'm Emily Harrison, founder, director here inside the Akashic Academy. I'm an Akashic Records mentor. What does that mean? It means that I teach visionaries and thought leaders how to exit the world of ordinary thought. It's how our brains are working on automatic every day, and tap in to super conscious intelligence. Tap into the Akashic Records. That's what the Akashic Records are. All right. The records are the realm of consciousness that hold all information, all intelligence, past, present, all possible futures. So every detail of everything that has ever happened to you in this life, past lives, future lives, as well as all potentiality, exists within the space of the Akashic Records, and every single human has access to it. It's part of the secret wisdom and technologies that have been buried, they've been suppressed on this planet, and these technologies are here and designed to help us evolve to step into freedom. Because what happens when you can begin to understand yourself and your patterns from God perspective? Well, you're gonna stop making the mistakes that you keep making, like getting into your toxic relationships, or spending all your money and being always broke, or your health not being good, or you being in a job that's unfulfilling. Those are the areas where when we come here to this planet, we learn through our health, our wealth, our finances, and our career. Okay, those 4 points. How many of you are repeating some patterns in those areas that in 2025, you would like to step into your highest potential timeline? Your highest potential timeline, how to get there, all of this information exists within your Akashic Records. So it's really fun when we learn that we can tap in and we can get instantaneous wisdom, guidance, and clarity from our soul, from the mind of God, which helps us to avoid the pitfalls. And it helps us to understand ourselves. This is the Akashic Records open up an opportunity for self-knowledge like you have never experienced before. It's freaking amazing. I know it can be a little challenging to wrap our heads around. One of my dear friends who has a new man in her life, we were talking over the holidays, and she said, I was sharing with him about you, and I was trying to explain what you do. And he was like, what? Huh? So the best way for you to really begin wrapping your head, your heart around the power that is available for you here in the Akashic Records is for you to experience them. So we're going to jam in our Akashic Records. I want to invite you to ask questions. All right. The records work by what's known as invitation only, which means we have to invite forward the intelligence that we're looking for. How do we do that? We ask questions. So y'all, come on, start lighting up my chat box with questions. The records are here to reveal to us perhaps the answer to, if y'all, I'm hoping one of y'all, you're going to ask it, but I've got it in my back pocket here too. Just simply, what do we need to know for 2025? Anybody want to know that? All right, come on. This is a live show. I want your interaction with me. Light up my chat box. All right, let's see. What else do I want to tell you before we get rocking and rolling here today? I don't have any notes, so let me make sure that I'm creating the right story that I'm inviting you into. Yes, here's another thing that the guides like you to know when you come into this sacred space, Akashic Answers with Emily. Whether you're watching live or whether you're watching on the replay, your higher self has brought you into this place. So there's a piece of knowledge that will drop in for you that will be a difference maker. Okay, so you got to be present and aware to the knowledge. It may be a seed of insight that comes in today, or it may be a ripple thought that you have. But I have set the intention that every single person who comes into this sacred space today will receive an insight that is a difference maker for you. Okay. The intelligence tends to build on itself too. We usually get about, slow down, Emily. Hey, two. We usually get through about 3 questions here. And there are also transmissions, energy healing that will come in from the Akashic Records based on 3 different questions that we work through, maybe more, depending on how many y'all light up my chat box with questions. Thank you, Christian. I see your question. And the information tends to build on itself too. So wherever we start, there's usually a thread that will move through the different topics that we work through today, and the energy, that transmission, that energy healing that I talked about, magnifies and exponentially grows based on what we talk about. All right, y'all ready to let it rip? Let's go. Christian S. What is the best version of oneself as a question? Rather, how to be oneself really, like how to be your true self. All right, let me tap in and see what the guides have to say for us around how to be your true self. The guides are saying this is truly a quest for self-knowledge. And the challenge that so many of us experience is that we don't really know who we are at our own core without all the programming from our parents or from society. And we get really programmed around shame and what we can claim as worthiness for ourselves, right? For me, when I was releasing the slavery mentality, the constructs that Emily, this human in this life, experienced around my finances, when I was releasing that and working through that, I had to come face to face with worthiness and how much I was really ready to receive. And there was shame around, in the beginning, me claiming how much money I really desired to make on this planet. I felt like, oh, God, you don't want to say that out loud. Don't say that out loud too loud, girl. And I've learned since then that there is plenty of abundance and resource on this planet for everything that each one of us need and desire, plus an overflow. But we only will manifest our minimum requirements. So learning how to up that energetic frequency around our minimum requirements requires us to claim what we truly want. And a lot of us are embarrassed to claim it. We're ashamed to claim it. We have worthiness issues around claiming it. So I want you to think of an area of your life now where you would like a radical shift. Maybe it's in your finances, maybe it's in your relationships, someplace where you can see it. You see the promised land of what you want. When you get really quiet with yourself, maybe you're afraid to say it out loud. But deep inside, you know, and you got to get back to that place where you're like, yes, that's what I want. And if you're not feeling that about your visions and what you want, then you need to do more work on releasing the shame around it. All right, so the guides want to start and bring an energy clearing in around releasing shame so you can get to that place where you can truly claim what your heaven on earth looks like for you. All right, we're going to be releasing from the sacral chakra. This is where we store unprocessed emotion. This is also, this is our sexual centers. This is where we have life force energy, where we create not only projects that we're creating now and in this lifetime, but the energy from like the collective vibration the guides are showing me that comes off of all of our sacral chakras. If it's holding this generational, it's like a hushing of our expression, and we continue to pass that shame of claiming what we really want, and we continue to breed that into society. Whoo, we are making ourselves very weak, y'all. All right, so I want you to imagine that energy of shame. Oh man, and the guides are showing me now, think it goes all the way back to even some of our what the guides are calling our biblical programming around shame. And the guides are saying, all right, so it wasn't that Adam and Eve ate the apple from the tree of knowledge, right? It's not a misinterpretation that they ate the apple and God told them not to do it, and or the serpent told them not to do it. Ooh, okay, can't quite remember. Hey, I'm just a translator. What the guides are saying coming in right now. All right, but there was eating from the tree of wisdom, the tree of knowledge, the tree of life comes with what I'll call in a modern day context, comes with a warning, because you're going to begin to see what really is. Okay. And so the shift that happened was they had an awareness of themselves. Right. And they began to create things that they needed for themselves through this awareness. Right. But we're programmed to think, oh, that's where shame started. And when we tap into that story, it becomes a primal construct, a paradigm that's running subconsciously through society, right? Where we're going to experience shame in some form or fashion because it's coming from deeply within ourselves. It's being illuminated from the DNA, the guides are saying. And so it's projected into whatever we choose to experience in this lifetime, which your soul has chosen to experience every single thing you've experienced. You're not a victim to anything. And so we're releasing primordial shame right now and opening up an ability to see ourselves through a different perspective. All right, so now the guides are also working in the third eye. This is where we have massive vision coming in. Oh my goodness, my crown is tingling like crazy. Whew, rewriting some of these patterns here. All right, let me know if you guys felt that. This is going to open you up again to see the truth of who you really are. There's an invitation there. All right. This will require a lot of you guys to do shadow work. Are you familiar with shadow work? You want me to give you a high level overview of what shadow work is? Well, I'm going to give you a high level overview, whether any of you answer or not, because the guides are saying I should. All right. So shadow work is where you do inner work and reflection, recognizing any part of yourself that you have disowned. Okay. The parts of you that you don't like so much. You can look at it that way. All right. Let me know if that was helpful or valuable to you. Everybody give Christian a round of applause. Send some love likes hearts across the screen for Christian. Thank you for opening up that intelligence for us. All right, guys, keep lighting up my chat box with more questions while I'm waiting for more of your areas of inquiry individually here. I'm going to tap in and see what the guides want us to know. Yeah, awesome. You see the point with shame, and it restricts us. Yes. The guides are saying many of you are noticing that you're manifesting very quickly when you think of something. It shows up very quickly in your field. All right, that's the evidence that we're vibrating to higher frequencies because we can manifest faster in those higher frequencies. All right, so you want to make sure, since we're manifesting faster right now, that you are very aware of your thoughts and clearing out those destructive thoughts, the thoughts that invite you to play small, that invite you to stay in your shadow, to stay, fear of being seen is coming up right now for many of you. All right, the guys just want to clear that out of the field. We got visionaries in the house today that are here to do the work. Fear of being seen, the big one. All right, we're going to move that one, that energy down into the root chakra to clear that fear of being seen. That makes sense too, right? Because as we discover the truth of who we are, that's raw and vulnerable. A lot of us have shielded who we really are and pulled it so back in because it can feel challenging to feel safe in the revelation of the truth of who you are and the self-expression of that. So the guides are working in the root chakra. Root chakra is below your sacral chakra. It's at the base of the spine. And this chakra controls it regulates the energies of safety and security in this lifetime. So how safe and secure you allow yourself to feel in your finances, in your health, in your relationships, in your career. Okay, we're going to rebalance that, moving that back into harmony and balance with the divine blueprint, the highest potentiality of humanity. A lot of you, this is going to require work with your nervous systems because your nervous systems have learned to adapt to you being anxious and fearful and stressed the F out. So you're going to need to relax. You're going to need to breathe more. You're going to notice right now, if you're here with me, live or on the replay, there is a place in your body where you tend to hold your tension. Mine's in my shoulders. I notice it all the time, especially I noticed it the other day. I'm making a smoothie for London and I'm like holding on to the blender so effing tight. I'm like, dude, relax, girl. You're fine. You're making a smoothie. You're safe. Okay, so recognize right now in this moment the place where you're holding the lack of safety in your body. And then as you bring more breath into your daily practice, just remind yourself, drop in and breathe when you think about it. Go into that place in your body where your body is giving you this feedback and relax it. Okay. I was working with an awesome, powerful client the other day, and we discovered you can hold the tension in your stomach as well. Okay. Lower back is a place. So know where you hold it, go in and breathe. Okay, something else the guides wanted us to know for 2025 is, gosh, it was coming in right before I went live, and I thought, you should write that down, Emily. And I thought, no, I'm going to challenge myself to remember it. But it flashed, and it was so good. There were general ones too. I can remember the general ones right now in this moment, which is to follow the joy. Joy is going to be the frequency that leads us into our highest potentiality in the course of 2025. Also, there's going to be challenges that come in. The challenges are here to help us become more resourceful and to learn to trust and surrender to our power. That wasn't the really good one though. All right. I think the guides might make y'all work again before they bring it back into my mind. Ask them questions. What you want to know. I'm going to continue to be open to this channel of remembering. It was a specific connection that I made around slavery mentality, where I got caught in slavery mentality, which had kept me less than prosperous in places in my life. Dang, I should have written it down. I knew it. All right, who's still out there with me? Light up my chat box with some questions. We're going to keep hanging out here. We got 10 more minutes, y'all. What do you want to know? How can the Akashic Records show up and assist you in 2025? You have projects that you're working on. I thought I had it for a second. Did you see me jump? I was like, oh, there it was. Maybe it had to do with an area of challenge. Finding an area of challenge in your life and then working with it in the now moments. Now, where's the biggest challenge that you have in your life? The guides are saying, make it even more specific. Do you feel like you are challenged in your worthiness to receive? Is it in your finances? Is it in your relationships? Is it in your career, opportunities in your career? Is it in your health? Where do you feel challenged to be showered with goodness? Oh yeah, the guides want to bring in an activation right now that allows us to be filled with joy, overflowing with joy, so we can give from that state of overflow. The guides are saying one of the biggest challenges right now is that humanity doesn't actually have a template for that, meaning most of us can't hold the frequency of overflowing joy for very long. Man, you get a little taste of overflowing joy and your ass is like, ooh, oh damn, I hope the rug doesn't get pulled out from underneath me. That's how most of us operate. I can definitely see that in myself. I'm learning with that pattern, learning to relax into allowing my life to be miracle after miracle, where wonder shall follow wonder and miracles shall never cease. That is the frequency of heaven on earth. So just take a moment and drop in right now with yourself. When good things happen to you, first of all, are you even noticing them? And second of all, how does it feel to hold that frequency? Do you get uncomfortable? Do you tell yourself it was a fluke? What's your self-talk like when something good happens to you? One of the biggest ways we can up-level our worthiness to receive is when someone gives you a compliment, simply say, thank you, I received that. It's a little weird, it's a little clunky in our language, but thank you, I received that. I want to invite everybody to sit nice and straight. Have your palms facing up, open and receptive on your lap. While your body is sitting up nice and straight, I want you to invite a relaxation from your head, down your neck, down your shoulders and back, to the arms, chest, the belly, the hips, pelvis, your legs, your knees, your lower legs, into your ankles, your feet, and the tips of your toes, bringing yourself into a high level of relaxation so you can receive this transmission. This transmission of light, white light, followed by purple light, blue light, green light, yellow light, orange light, red light, black light. This energy is healing and resetting the nervous systems. It is working with the chakras as well as the Dantian system. Upper, middle, lower Dantian, making the adjustments that allow the chi energy to flow through the body, becoming amplified and magnified as its divine design. allowing humans, again, the ability to magnify the God force energy from within, allowing it to overflow and to share into the physical as they create from the state of God mind, from a state of collaboration, with the intention of peace, prosperity, and joy for all. And so it is. Ooh, that was a powerful transmission, y'all. All right, come back into your body slow. We're doing some big work there. Nice deep breaths as you come in. Exhale longer than your inhale. That'll help keep you from going from where you are now into fight or flight. Just come back in easy. Right on. Selish, greetings. I'm so happy you're here. How will my healing energies manifest this year? Right on. That's a great question. All right, I'm going to tap in here for Selish. And let's see how your healing energies are going to manifest this year. The guides are saying first through healing your body and healing the ancestral timelines that have kept your family DNA in bondage and captivity. Okay, then feeling the clairsentience just ripple through my body. Then I'm seeing the healing come alive through the ley lines of the planet. They're showing me, and they're calling them dragon lines specifically with you, Salish. Sometimes they can refer to these ley lines as ley lines, or sometimes dragon lines, sometimes the grid lines. But it's an incredible power grid that surrounds the planet. All right, now they're showing me from that grid to, sometimes I refer to that grid as the crystalline grid, by the way. The crystalline grid is the grid of energy that actually runs through our planet. And then we have the Christic consciousness grid, or the dodecahedron, that runs around the planet. And they're showing me that you're going to be working with those energies. They're also sharing that the Galactic Federation showing up with you, Salish, in the dreamscape to activate and train you in the dreamscape. Biggest challenge will be, because the information it becomes so normalized that sometimes we can become desensitized to it, and it can reactivate. It's not like we don't believe in ourselves or we don't trust ourselves, but it can create a little numbness around how powerful we are. Let me know if that makes sense for you, Salish. All right, and the guides want to erase the numbness around how powerful we are so that we can see the truth and the beauty of our magnificence, working right here in the heart, in the ascended heart chakra. Okay, so heart is, everybody got, actually, if you look down, you got a little divot right there where your actual heart chakra is. And then we're going to work on ascended heart too, which is just a little bit up. I want you to imagine a figure 8. So maybe between my pearl and my button here. Yay, Salish, you're receiving that. Good. And thank you for calling that through for all of us. By the way, if it feels like the intelligence that's coming through, that I'm speaking to you, that it's igniting something in your soul, however, you're not Christian or you're not Salish, that's okay. It's still for you. It's your guide speaking through this moment, this opportunity for you to make a connection and for you to receive. Okay, so yeah, thank you that we all got to receive that. Where was I right before? Oh yes, button to pearl, figure 8. Imagine this figure 8 energy. Oh, and it's cool. I'm tracing it with my Metatron's ring too, by the way. Metatron. All right, so imagine the figure 8. It's very hard to trace. It's just easier if I look down, I know. So I'm doing it backwards. Okay, trace. You want to do at least 7 of these, the guides are saying. Cool. Totally forgot what we were activating there. It was that powerful. Now, let me see if I can remember. If one of y'all beat me to it and can remember what we were activating there, I'll give you a free reading. How about that? All right, what were we just activating there between the heart and ascended heart? Connecting heart and ascended heart so we can see ourselves. Oh, so we can recognize and see the magnificence and power and the truth of who we are. Ha, I beat y'all. Ha, I beat you. I got it back. All right. Were y'all even listening? Geez, no, I know that you were listening. I know there's a lot of energy coming in here. Numbness. Yes, my dear friend, Anna Mona, how are you, by the way, powerful goddess? All right, yes, thank you for that. I definitely want to connect with you in the new year and see what's up with you. Anna Mona, send me a private message. We're friends on Facebook. So send me a private message. We're gonna do a little half hour together. All right. And here in 2025. All right, y'all. This has been a wonderful time together. For those of you who want to learn how to do this for yourself, it is surprisingly easy. I'm going to leave a link for you in the comments where you can check out about our self-study certification program. And I've also been playing with the new technology here over on StreamYard, and I've got a cool outro video for you that will share more about the Akashic Records and what it can do to shift your life. There are 2 stories of my real life clients and how it shifted their lives. And it's only like 1 minute and 30 seconds. All right. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to try to play this outro and I'll see you back here next week. All right.
The Akashic Records hold all information, past, present, and future, and are available to assist you now.
Do you seek answers within yourself but don't know if you can trust your intuition? Do you desire positive change in life but feel unsupported by others? Do you suffer from failure to execute but have hit your point of enough? Not only have I been there, but I have found my way out, and so can you. The Akashic Records are your key to understanding any area of stagnation and hold solutions to your greatest challenges. My mission is to teach you everything I know about the Akashic Records, how to use them with mastery, while always staying in beginner's mind, which will keep you humble yet powerful. It's all within you. Come, let me show you.
What have I gained from the Akashic Records? Reading the Akashic Records has strengthened and deepened my intuition, and at the same time allowed me to build a deeper connection with the inner wisdom of my gut and my heart in order to be able to support and challenge the decisions that I've made in my head.
Learning to read the Akashic Records helped me to cultivate the courage and the knowledge to start a new business. It helped guidance become clearer. It helped me become more confident for my entire life moving forward.
The Akashic Records hold all information, past, present, and future, and are available to assist you now.
Do you seek answers within yourself but don't know if you can trust your intuition? Do you desire positive change in life but feel unsupported by others? Do you suffer from failure to execute but have hit your point of enough? Not only have I been there, but I have found my way out, and so can you. The Akashic Records are your key to understanding any area of stagnation and hold solutions to your greatest challenges. My mission is to teach you everything I know about the Akashic Records, how to use them with mastery, while always staying in beginner's mind, which will keep you humble yet powerful. It's all within you. Come, let me show you.
What have I gained from the Akashic Records? Reading the Akashic Records has strengthened and deepened my intuition, and at the same time allowed me to build a deeper connection with the inner wisdom of my gut and my heart in order to be able to support and challenge the decisions that I've made in my head.
Learning to read the Akashic Records helped me to cultivate the courage and the knowledge to start a new business. It helped guidance become clearer. It helped me become more confident for my entire life moving forward.